This week on Just Killing Time.
I tell you what, this is one of my favorite spots in the country tonight. Seen a lot of deer move in here through the past couple of evenings, so we're saying quite a few deer so far.
Grab your gear and come on with us, heading out from dawn to dusk. Get 'em in your sights and let it fly. Amped up to close the deal and a pocket full of tags for filling. One thing I could say keeps me alive, just killing time.
This is Just Killing Time, presented by Anderson Manufacturing. Just Killing Time is brought to you by Heater Bodysuit, Landmaster UTV, Hard Impact Penetrator Arrows, Game Sled, Seymour Sight Systems, TrueLock Choke Tools, Camp Shelf, Alps Outdoors, High Mountain Seasoning, Hunting Sports Plus, American Whitetail Targets, Night Muzzleloaders, 30-06 Outdoors, Scorpion Crossbows, and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks. Closed captioning of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Invisible.
Believe it or not, this is the last episode of the year for Just Killing Time. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
That's right.
Guess where we're going though? Your favorite spot.
That's right, folks. We're heading to Western Kentucky with my old buddy, Brett Wilson, out with Deer Haven Trophy Bucks. And I tell you, he's got the deer.
He does. Folks, let's get right to the stand with Brad Roberts of American Sport Works as Buck and I pack the truck to head out to film a brand new season for you.
My name's Brad Roberts. We're out here with Brett Wilson and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks in Kentucky doing a late black powder season hunt. It's about 25 degrees out here this morning. Really beautiful morning. Looking forward to getting a chance to shoot something. We're staying nice and warm with our heater body suits, and just looking forward to a good couple of days of hunting.
Now, as we've come to expect at Deer Haven, it didn't take Brad and Buck long at all to start seeing game. After not seeing any shooters, the guys switched stands for the evening hunt, and right away, they were in deer. Now, this 2.5-year-old 8-pointer was tempting for Brad, but Buck assured him that tomorrow was another day, and there were definitely a lot bigger deer on Deer Haven's property. Early the next morning, they had yet another encounter with a pretty 2.5-year-old buck. And once again, Brad and Buck decided to pass on this deer, knowing they're bigger deer at Deer Haven.
We've seen quite a few deer so far. Two really nice bucks, but not quite what we're looking for here. Brett's got some really great property here, some big bucks, and we're hoping we get to take one tonight.
Unfortunately, Brad could only hunt a couple days due to business needs at the office. As he watched his couple of does feed under his stand, and the light fade, he was greeted by a beautiful Kentucky sunset.
Buck, believe it or not, this AM-10 from Anderson fits in the Americase perfectly, bro.
Hey, while you're packing, put the old night in there while you're at it.
Figures I have to do your job too.
Gotta do something. Folks, looks like Brad had a tough time out there. He had some good deer in front of him. We had a blast hunting with Brad, but it don't always happen, man. We're looking for certain caliber deer when you're at certain places in the Midwest. Y'all stick around, we'll be right back. We'll go crawl in the blind with Tyler and see what happens.
I hope he kills a deer.
This segment of Just Killing Time is made possible by Alps Outdoors and High Mountain Seasoning.
They call this extreme duty. We call it easy cleanup.
I shoot Anderson because it's a technically superior mil-spec product.
RF85 means no solvent and never oil.
Accurate rounds down the barrel without failure, prove it.
It's an absolute pleasure to handle, operate, maintain, and shoot.
Reliable and accurate.
Change your AR to an AM. Anderson Manufacturing AM15.
The heater bodysuit is a one-garment solution for staying warm on stand. Our warranty is buy it, wear it. If you get cold, we'll give you your money back. No one in the clothing industry has such a warranty or dares to have such a warranty.
Introducing the all-new Landmaster Hybrid by American Sportworks. This first-of-its-kind UTV offers the quietness of electric and the brute force of gas power, all in one diverse vehicle. The Landmaster Hybrid. Compromise is no longer necessary. This segment of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Hunting Sports Plus and American Whitetail Targets.
Your heater bodysuit, put it in the truck. I know you'll forget it. Folks, let's get right back into action. Deer Haven, Barlow, Kentucky. We were with Tyler from the heater bodysuit. He's getting ready to have an encounter with a couple studs.
It's our last morning here in Kentucky for the muzzleloader season. Hopefully some bucks will be chasing some does around, checking these skirts of the fields, looking for does that are heat.
When Tyler and Buck first saw this deer chasing a doe back in the brush, they were certain it was a shooter. But once they got out in the open, they realized one major thing was missing: half of its rack. For the evening hunt, Tyler and Buck moved over to what we call the barn stand, where we'd been seeing a lot of deer activity.
It's our last night out here, Barlow, Kentucky, out by Deer Haven. Set up on this cornfield in the barn again. Been seeing a lot of deer move in here through the past couple evenings, so seen a couple bucks chasing does. We're hoping that a few bucks will come out to this field cruising for does.
About an hour after getting into the stand, Tyler and Buck spot a couple good deer working their way. As the bigger of the two works his way closer to Tyler and Buck, they realize without a doubt that this deer is a shooter. Once Tyler gets situated with a good rest, Buck gives him the green light.
All right, whenever you're ready, buddy, take your time. Take your time. Let him stop again. You'll feed. Whenever you're ready, take your time. Put the crosshairs on him. I think you shot under him, man. I'm pretty sure he shot under him. I'm on him. So, hold on a minute. Let's see what he does. Yeah, I seen dirt fly underneath of him. Just sit still there. He's looking back. Yeah, he threw his tail up, man. I hate to say it, but I seen him shoot under him. See how he's off. Man. Folks, Tyler don't have much to say. I've been there. I know how that is myself. That was a real good buck. Good mass. He's just been buying his time for 4 days. Last evening of his hunt. And then this happens. It looks like he shot right under that buck. He ran over there and stood. And I asked Tyler if he wanted to say anything, but he ain't got a whole lot he wants to say. You want to say anything now, buddy? always happens for Tyler, buddy. That's a buck of his lifetime right there.
Before Tyler pulled out for home, he had a little surprise from Miss Sharon.
Well, Sharon, on behalf of the Heater Bodysuit Company, I want to thank you and Brett for letting us come down here, setting us up on some deer, giving us a good hunt. And for that, we have here a brand new Heater Bodysuit.
Alrighty.
This will keep you out in the woods all day long. Brett's been telling us you get pretty cold on stand, so this is just our token of appreciation to you. You guys have a beautiful place down here. You guys have been feeding us good, and you know we're just real thankful for you letting us come down here.
Well, Sharon will put that to good use, I guarantee you. She'll be the only person you've ever seen. She'll wear that all the way from the house to the stand and wear it coming back in. She'll really enjoy that.
Oh, good, good. Glad to hear.
Talk about a heartbreaker, brother. That was a nice deer.
Hey, I felt everything Tyler felt. I was sitting right there beside of him, man. I'm sorry, Tyler. It didn't happen for you, buddy. We got him in front of you, but that's just hunting, man. That's part of it.
Hey.
You can't get them all.
That's exactly right, and it's upsetting, but those things happen. Speaking of upsetting, we almost forgot my Alps backpack. Can't miss that.
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't want you to.
Everything's in there. Snacks, binoculars, rangefinder, everything, you know.
Yeah. Folks, we'll be right back in just a minute. We'll go see if we can get a deer down out in Deer Haven for you.
Did you put my Twinkies in there?
This segment of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Night Muzzleloaders and 30-06 Outdoors, makers of the Ladder Stand Second Man.
Hi, I'm Tom Steffner with Anderson Manufacturing. Today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about our weapons. There are two major benefits of the Anderson rifle. The first benefit is we are the true manufacturer of the major components of this rifle. We currently chamber in 5.56, 6.8, and 308 Win. We machine the upper, the lower, the charging handle, the free float forearms, the rails, and the flash hider in Hebron, Kentucky. The second and probably the most important thing that separates Anderson rifles against the masses is our guns run totally dry by using a proprietary treatment called RF85. The two main benefits of the RF85 are simple. You never oil the weapon, it runs totally dry, and it cleans up with soap and water. Anderson Manufacturing is the only AR manufacturer that has the proprietary rights of RF85. Because we utilize strict quality control guidelines, we're able to offer you a lifetime warranty, one of the few in the industry, on all our Anderson rifles. If you'd like more information about the Anderson rifle or the other great products we manufacture, please go to andersonrifles.com or feel free to give us a call at 859-689-4085.
The new Penetrator arrows from Hard Impact Technologies are revolutionizing bow hunting. Their patented weight-forward transferring system, deployed upon impact, delivers the deepest penetration possible into or through your target. Contact them today and make an impact on your next hunt.
It's another jellyhead for a True Lock.
With a True Lock chuck tube, you're truly locked and loaded.
This segment of Just Killing Time is made possible by Scorpion Crossbows and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks.
Hey, welcome back to Camp Chef Cooking with Puff. This week we're going to the water, as in walleye. We're going to do some walleye fillets, and we've got a small one here and been filleted out, but you know I don't like bones, so what I usually do in that center line is I'll go in there and make a cut down each side of that fillet, just like that, and I'll take it out. And that little old Y bones and different things and different kinds of fish I've eliminated. I'll fill my fillet real good, make sure there's no more bones, and I'm just popping it into just a little bit of milk right here. Let it soak a few minutes, and we're going to mix up a batter. We've got a little bit of flour, and we're going to put some of that in there. Yeah. We got some cracker meal, fine ground, about an equal part. And we'll put a little scoop of sugar, and we're going to put a little bit of salt. Now, if you're on salt restrictive diets, you can eliminate that, but fish is not fish unless it's got some salt. A little bit of pepper for taste, and you again can adjust this to suit yourself. Different things, different recipes. We're going to mix it all up real nice. Right there, this works real good if you're out camping or out in the great outdoors. You can take a couple Ziploc bags along and don't take a lot of room up, don't weigh a lot. One little trick is use one hand to get the fillet out and the other hand do the bread, and that way it don't make such a gooey mess. We're going to drop that in there and coat it up real nice. I'm going to lay it to the side and do a couple, so that way they're all cooking about the same time. We don't have one in there that's too far done until we get the others put in. We're going to do about 4 at a time, and we're going over to our Camp Chef 3-burner, and we've got a nice lightweight Camp Chef fryer. We're going to lay these fillets right in there, shake off the excess, of course. And here we go, hot oil. Yeah, sounds good. Cooking time will vary on how thick your fish fillets is and the kind of fish. Walleye doesn't take a lot. The fillets was fairly thin. The cooking time is going to be pretty minimum. And I think we're just about there, you know, 1 to 2 minutes probably when the oil's this hot. And we have it. We're going to stick it up, nice little hook on it that helps to drain. We're going to let the grease run off of it for a second, and we're going to take a look. Look at that, nice and golden brown, crispy, bone-free walleye fillets, ready for the hush puppies and the tartar sauce, maybe a little coleslaw, and it don't get any better than that. For more great recipes, jkttv.com, and look for Camp Chef Cooking with Puff on the recipe page. Until next week, enjoy.
They call this extreme duty. We call it easy cleanup.
I shoot Anderson because it's a technically superior mil-spec product.
RF85 means no solvent and never oil.
Accurate rounds down the barrel without failure. Prove it.
It's an absolute pleasure to handle, operate, maintain, and shoot.
Reliable and accurate.
Change your AR to an AM. Anderson Manufacturing AM15.
Get a Seymour Sight system and see what you have been missing.
The Game Sled is a unique game recovery system that comes in 2 distinct models. From its small carry pouch, the Game Sled expands into a super strong game recovery tool.
Anything you want to say, folks at home?
Yeah, you need to have a Game Sled.
Uh-huh. You hid my frog togs. Figured, I guess if I was barefoot, we'd be equal.
If Stacy would have packed a truck for you like she does all your other stuff, you'd have been good to go.
You might be right.
Folks, let's get right into the action. It's my turn to see if I can drop the hammer, so to speak, on a big boy out there in Deer Haven.
Well, folks, it's my first evening carrying a gun out here in western Kentucky. We're out here with Brett and Sharon Wilson of Deer Haven. We've been out here for a couple days, 3-4 days. We had a few of our sponsors out here. We had the young man from the Heater Bodysuit, and Brad Roberts with American Sport Works and Landmaster. We were tagging along with them and hoping they'd get a big boy on the ground. Brad, he could only hunt with us for 2.5 days, and he had to go to a bunch of meetings for 2 days straight. And Tyler, he hung out for 4 days before he had to head back to the office, and he had the opportunity at a real good buck, probably 140-inch, 10-point, I mean, pretty deer, buck of a lifetime for most people. Just shot under him, and that's hunting. I mean, you don't get them all. But, so when they left, Brett's got a couple other clients coming in. Me and Max didn't have anything to do, so we went and bought a tag. So this is our first evening hunting. And I tell you what, this is one of my favorite spots in the country to hunt.
Now, Brett had told us that several of the hunters had been seeing a crippled deer on the property, and nobody had been able to get close enough to get a good shot on him. Well, guess who walked out in front of Buck his first evening of hunting?
much as I'd like to go put my hands on that deer, I got too many deer still in the field, and I even had another 8-pointer show up, so I'm gonna sit tight, wait for Max to bring the old buggy in here, the game sled, backpack or something to get him out of this field. But it might be dark before we be back.
Buck, I want to congratulate you on being an ethical hunter. This buck need to be put out of his misery. I know you'd like to have a bigger buck, but hats off because you did the right thing.
Oh.
You never made it through the winter. The coyote would have ate him alive. And
I tell you, Brett, this is a pretty deer in pretty much anywhere in the country, but I know you got a lot bigger deer out here. We've seen them. I've taken them. But I was, you know, like you said, I had to do it just to be an ethical hunter because he would have never made it through the winter suffering like that.
And I sure appreciate the ethics that you used in making that decision. It's a pleasure working with you and Max. I've told you before that you're always welcome here, and I appreciate everything you've done for me, and we work well together, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
This is probably my favorite spot to hunt in the country, folks.
I like
Deer Haven.
I like hearing that.
Deer Haven.
And just killing time is always welcome.
Let's get the game sled and get him out of here, buddy.
Sounds good. Let's go eat.
Well, folks, Max finally showed up with the game sled. This is the new Mighty Light that they're offering this year. So I'm just curious to see how this is going to work compared to the heavier duty one. They say it's just as tough. So we're going to find out.
Grab your gear and come on with us, heading out from dawn to dusk. Get 'em in your sights and let it fly. Amped up to close the deal and a pocket full of tags for filling. One thing I could say keeps me alive, just killing time.
Now all we got to do, drag him to the buggy, drag him to the cabin. He's a big deer, man.
Now, folks, that is proof to what I've always been saying. All Buck needs is one dumb deer. In this case, one dumb crippled deer.
Hey, man, give me a break. That deer, folks, as a hunter, I had to do the ethical thing, and I had to take that deer out of the herd. He was hurting pretty bad. Somebody had shot him in the front leg. You wouldn't have done that, man?
You know I would have. Folks, I was picking. But as an ethical sportsman, a hunter, somebody that respects the animals that we hunt, any one of us, me, you, anybody, should have done the same thing. It was the right thing to do.
And I just got lucky that he was a nice buck on top of it.
Yeah, see, been my luck, it'd probably been a spike. Had just been my luck. But that's the way it is. You know what? Unfortunately, we're out of time for this week. So let's get this truck loaded and get out of here. Folks, thanks for watching the show. We'll see you next time. There. Oh, makes a good pad for mine right there on top of yours. Did I hear something break? Was that your binoculars?
For your opportunity to experience some of the finest hunting Kentucky has to offer, give Brett Wilson of Deer Haven Trophy Bucks a call at 270-334-3748 or on the web at Deer Haven Trophy Bucks or jkttv.com. This is Just Killing Time, presented by Anderson Manufacturing. Just Killing Time is brought to you by Heater Bodysuit, Landmaster UTV, Hard Impact Penetrator Arrows, Game Sled, Seymour Sight Systems, True Lock Choke Tools, Camp Shelf, Alps Outdoors, High Mountain Seasoning, Hunting Sports Plus, American Whitetail Targets, Night Muzzleloader, 30-06 Outdoors, Scorpion Crossbows, and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks. Closed captioning of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Invisible.